People who say that Brandon Sanderson doesn't write good romance or doesn't have any heat in his novels are frankly children. Probably have bad relationships. Brandon Sanderson writes probably the best relationships in fantasy today. I can't harp on this enough because he does it in almost every single book and very rarely fails. Let's just go back to Elantris. Let's look at Rodan and Serene. Oh my gosh, when we find out that they wrote letters to each other and read them all, slowly fell in love with each other, even though they were so far apart, is romantic as heck. Like, come on. What is wrong with you if you say there's no romance there or no heat? I mean, even in that same book, we get a love triangle. Even Serene doesn't have the same feelings for Daddy Hrathen like Hrathen has for her, which is very disappointing because I think Daddy Hrathen is like one of the best characters ever. And I only wish the best for him in love, even though we all know how he ends up. But just so back to Rodan and Serene. It's so well written. It's done so great. Mistborn. I mean, Vin and Elend are like the romance. They're not the romance of the century. I was about to say that. They're not. But they're fantastic. I mean, the book reading guy, the way they meet each other, the way they get on each other's nerves. And we, once again, get at least somewhat of a love triangle. In the second book, I think that's just Vin being an idiot and emo boy not understanding his own feelings and being able to articulate them. So he turns lust and hate into love. But that's all he knew. But that's besides the point. Like, how can you people honestly tell me there's no heat or romance in these books? Like, the best romance, probably in any book I've ever read. Mistborn Era 2, Wax and Steris. When he lifts her up into the sky, like he pushes and he's carrying her, and she's looking into his eyes. Even though he went through the most traumatic, heart-wrenching thing in his entire life, where he killed his ex-wife. It was his wife. She's not his ex-wife, but killed his wife, which then turns into a whole shit show of like it was planned and Harmony did it to him. But even in all that turmoil and all that hate, she sits down and lets him cry and lets him get his emotions out, understands him as a person. You're telling me there's no heat? Like, oh God, he finds a way to come from that deepest sorrow to truly love this woman. Especially when now Brandon sets it up that we're all gonna cheer for the sister. Like, I swear in that first book, I'm like, I can't wait for Marcy to sit there and steal wax from Steris. And then what? No, flips it on us. Just completely flips it on us and gives us the best romance in book history. God, people, you need to learn to really enjoy true romance and like not the childish, do we hate each other, do we love each other nonsense. Not everything has to be kissing and sex. Heat is something so much more and deeper than that. And just look forward to all of the romances that I'm going to get out of Brandon Sanderson and all of the giggling I'm going to do because he is so good at just being real.